Oh shit, okay, cool, I'm alive. Hey guys, what's up? It's Biscuit Horror Reviews. I've been drinking tonight, you know. I kind of wanted to do something a little special, so tonight I'm going to at least stream part of me watching Pier Pasolini's Salo. For those of you who don't know about Salo, it is a film from 1975. It is an Italian film, often considered to be both an exploitation and an art film. This movie was made. It was the last film that Pier Pasolini made. In fact, after making this film, he was murdered. Quite literally found. I think he was found stabbed to death in the parking lot. In a parking lot somewhere. I think his head was run over as well. I can't remember exactly. Like I said, drinking. Um, Either way, Pier Pasolini's Cello is widely considered to be one of the most disturbing movies ever made. And it's a movie that I don't necessarily enjoy or like, but it's a movie that I do genuinely think is a legitimate work of art, and I think it's legitimately very interesting. So I figured, why not watch it? I was like, what am I going to do tonight? I'm in a good mood. I've been drinking, having a couple drinks, you know. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do tonight? You know, other than have a few drinks. Let's watch a horrifically depressing Italian film from the '70s. That ought to do it. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I will rotate the camera so you guys can see what's going on. This is the scene where they're gathering the fucking they're sex slaves for 120 days. When I watched this movie in high school, I didn't really get the disturbing nature of it. Like, I was like, yeah, this is kind of fucked up, but I didn't get it. As an adult, I watch the film and I think to myself, holy fuck, is this one of the most uncomfortable, disturbing, unsettling things I've ever seen. I'm gonna rotate the camera back now. Um, Tonight I'm drinking Cider Boy Strawberry Magic. I'm just gonna sit my phone like right there. Well, maybe not right there. God damn it. This is gonna be this is gonna be hilarious to watch in post, honestly. Okay. Ooh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Okay. Let me put this in my tripod. And you guys get a... Oh, whoa. Haha. No, that's not what I want to do. Let me, Oh, fuck. Okay. Here we go. We got the tripod set up. God, this movie is already fucking horrific. They have no idea of what the bourgeoisie is. As stated previously, we're watching Salo tonight. I don't know if I'm going to stream for the entirety of the film, just because that's a lot of fucking streaming. This movie does run for like a good 116 minutes, nearly 2 hours. So I don't know if I'll watch the whole thing tonight. We'll stream the whole thing tonight, but I will at least be here for a chunk of it. I've got some food too, so prepare to see some fucking horrific macro shots of me eating leftover chicken wings and fucking other garbage.
Lo sapevo che l'avreste preso in considerazione. L'abbiamo preso con l'aiuto di una ragazza. Credeva di andare ad un appuntamento galante. E invece è finito in fondo un sacco.
So this is the immensely disturbing segment of the film where they're essentially interrogating these young men they've kind of kidnapped, trying to see which ones they want to make their slaves. I know there's a disturbing part, I think it's about to happen very soon, where they're like, hey, whip out your dick for us. And it's like, either, you know, whip it out or be murdered. This one, I think, is just showing them their nipples, which is, you know, no, there's penis, there is penis. This is the exposing yourself one. This scene, when I rewatched this film like 2 years ago after not watching it since high school, this scene in particular really fucking hit me right in the heart. Because I don't know why, I just really felt it. Either way, you know. God damn it. Alright, well, somebody's watching. Somebody's watching. If you're watching, well, why don't you say hi? Let me actually pull up the chat. Like previously stated, we were watching Salo, the 120 Days of Sodom, tonight. This is a very depressing movie. And I figured, hey, if I'm going to watch a depressing movie, I may as well do it with an audience, because I have nothing better to do with my time. Just pulling up the chat right now on my computer.
Vuoi venire a dire a me se ti chiamo? 2 anni. 2 anni che lo aspetto. Mio padre era un magistrato di corte d'assise come me. Un meridionale.
I'd like to give a shout out to whoever is watching right now. Oh, no, somebody just stopped watching. Or wait a minute. I'm a fucking idiot. Let me, I don't even know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm just trying to create filler content, because I don't want to make content for the channel right now. I'm really lazy, as previously stated in many, many videos and live streams. I'm very lazy, and there are times when my depression gets the better of me and I don't want to make content for the channel. And this is one of those times, so I'm just watching Salo on a live stream in order to kind of convey to you, like, the level of, you know, not wanting to produce content that I'm at. I'm so unwilling to produce content that I'm willing to film myself watching one of the most that I'm willing to film myself watching one of the most disturbing and disgusting, depressing to continue, I'm so desperate to produce content for the channel that after having a few drinks, I've decided to watch one of the most disturbing movies ever made, one of the most disgusting and horrific movies ever made. To top it off, just because I felt like I've been meaning to rewatch Salo, to be completely honest, because I haven't watched it since 2017, and I feel like it's one of those movies I need to rewatch every now and again, just to remind myself why I hate life and why I hate myself. Let me tell you, woo! This movie is fucking horrific. Shout out to whoever's watching right now. You know.
Va bene così, fammi passare un attimo.
Gee. Got some fucking Andy Caps, hot fries. Why is this movie so disturbing? Well, I'm assuming if you're asking why it's so disturbing, you've probably never seen it. Salo is a film that is both kind of about reality, but simultaneously not. It's based on a work of literature by the Marquis de Sade, who is very famous for his name coining the term sadomasochism, or not necessarily sadomasochism, but sadism. He wrote this story about young people being captured and tortured for 120 days. And the director Pier Pasolini decided in the 1970s to adapt the film, adapt the short story, that is, or adapt the piece of literature into a film, which is about a group of young people in fascist Italy in the 1940s being picked up off the streets by people, and they are essentially kidnapped and forced to be sex slaves for a group of Italian fascist politicians. And the film was made essentially as a way of saying to these kinds of politicians who were still in power after Mussolini, lost power after the 1940s. It was a sense of, this film was made as a sense of saying to those kinds of people who were still in power, like, we know what you did, we know the horrible acts you were involved in, and that is why the director was actually murdered after making this movie. And the interesting thing about this movie is, even though it's so disturbing and horrific and disgusting and depraved, the entire cast and crew pretty much show up naked in the entire film. They're all raped and tortured. Some people are forced to eat shit at some point in the movie. Not real shit, but still, the characters are forced to eat shit. It's, I'm sorry, I've had a little too much to drink tonight. After, they're forced to do this stuff, I've completely lost my train of thought. Somebody... God damn! They are just kind of forced to be sex slaves for the remainder of the Second World War. One of the rules they're given is that if they cry out to God for some kind of help, they will be executed on the spot. Which, considering the situation they're in, that's kind of a harsh rule to ask God for some kind of help. God help me, God save me. You know, I don't know what to say about Salo. It's a film that's been talked about endlessly. It's a movie that I do really and genuinely like. Not for reasons of, like, it's a bad movie and it's really entertaining. This movie is immensely fucking disturbing and depressing. But it's this just clusterfuck of unpleasant situations in combination with the idea that you can be killed at any moment in these situations that really make it as uncomfortable as some people might, say or think it is. Because I remember when I first watched this film in high school. When I first watched Salo in high school, I thought to myself, man, this really isn't as disturbing as I had heard it was. And after watching it when I got out of high school, when I was an adult, watching it, 2 years ago, mind you, after I'd gotten out of high school and everything and grown up a bit, I was like, holy hell, this is one of the most uncomfortable experiences I've ever had watching a movie. And, exactly what this film is. It's an uncomfortable experience. I'm gonna crack open another alcoholic beverage, and no one on Earth knows you're here. As far as the world is concerned, you are. Here are the laws that will govern your lives. Punctuality at 6 a.m. You must assemble in the orgy room, where storytellers in turn will sit and tell a series of stories on a given subject. Our friends can interrupt at any time and as often as they like. The aim of the stories is to stir the imagination, and any lewdness will be allowed. After dinner, men will celebrate, usually with orgies. Other rooms will be equated and heated. Any participants dressed accordingly to the original will lie on the floor. The following example of animals will charge the position. Intermingling, intertwining, and copulating incestuously, committing adultery and sodomy. So will proceed each day. Any man found having sex with a woman will be punished with the loss of a limb. The slightest religious act committed by anyone will be punishable by death. Those are the rules, as said by the Criterion Collection Blu-ray subtitles. Why did I do this to myself? The Circle of Obsessions. I'm only 23 minutes into this movie, and I'm already depressed. And I have how many fucking beers? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have fucking 4 beers left. I have 4 beers left, and I'm fucking running out. I don't think I can watch this movie. I have a weak stomach when it comes to disturbing movies. This is the granddaddy of disturbing movies, arguably. Not the oldest disturbing movie, but this is definitely one that really fucking pushed to the limits. An interesting thing about this film is that the director and the cast and crew, they were all very jovial on set. They were all very, happy. Because the thing is, Pier Pasolini as a director, he's considered to be a very great art film director. And a lot of his movies are erotic, necessarily, are kind of erotic and sexual in nature. And, you know, his movies are very heavily set. Uh, movies are very sexual. Um, and the thing is about his movies is that like he's considered to be one of the greatest like kind of art house directors, kind of art house foreign directors of all time. And when everybody was working on this movie, they thought that they were working on a masterpiece, on a film that would be considered to be a well-respected piece of film for all of, you know, human history. And, you know, um, to actually pull up the IMDb here and see what the rating is. 6 out of 10 average rating on IMDb, out of, you know, 48,000 votes. That's not too bad of a rating. This film is kind of considered to be a classic among the art film genre, and that is exactly what everybody on set thought that they were making when they made this movie. So at least the film is like, you know, at least nobody was necessarily uncomfortable or disturbed by the film on set. Uh, you know, I can't say that I can't speak from like actual experience. I wasn't there, but as far as I know, everybody on set was just like, yeah, we're working in this piece of art that will be remembered for the rest of film history. And I think that, in all honesty, Salo will be remembered for the for throughout the rest of human history, just because it's such an interesting film. Like, despite its disturbing and disgusting and horrific nature, um, I can't necessarily say it's a bad movie because it's very, very well put together and well made and horrific.
Beh, tanto per farvi un esempio, non so assolutamente niente delle dimensioni del pene del suo professore, non so assolutamente niente sul tipo di eiaculazione, non so nemmeno se le ha poi toccate i genitali o se l'ha costretta a prenderglielo in mano. Insomma, cara signora Vaccari, più di chiarezza. Vi chiedo perdono, vi prometto che d'ora in avanti sarò prodiga di dettagli. I appreciate anybody who has continued watching this stream. I know this is an absolute shit show of a live stream. I'm mainly doing this because I've been drinking and I need somebody to kind of talk to, even if it is just the camera on my phone that I'm talking to. Woo! Human Centipede is another movie that I wouldn't dare to watch. I heard Human Centipede is disturbing too. I love listening to you and other YouTubers talking about it. Thanks for your content. Thank you, DJ. I really appreciate you, you know, enjoying my content. I try to make my content as at least interesting as possible. Maybe not as entertaining as possible, but at least as interesting as possible. And the Human Centipede movies, compared to Salo, the Human Centipede movies are absolutely nothing. The Human Centipede movies are like fucking... Like, the Human Centipede movies, compared to Salo in terms of disturbingness, are... They are fucking My Little Pony compared to Salo. Salo is immensely fucking horrific. God. What am I even doing with my life, honestly? Like, I'm sitting here. I've been streaming for half an hour. Salo is like a half hour in. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I think I'm out of fucking... Yeah, I'm out of fucking Smirnoff. I guess I will have to stick to
Cider Boys, Strawberry Magic for the rest of this. I'm gonna step on that bottle cap later and I'm gonna be pissed. The professor swallowed my piss to the last drop, and at the moment his penis, bewildered in victory, wept tears of blood on me. This is actual dialogue. Should I mention? I know it was already kind of stated. There are literal prostitutes, old whores in this film, who show up to tell stories to these rich politicians, so that way they can be as corrupted and as horrific. They can be as horrific and disgusting as possible when mistreating these young people. And I know there's one point in the film later on. Within the circle in the film that's known as the circle of shit, where one of the old whores tells a story about how this old guy was fucking paid to eat her ass when he was dying, and then she shit all over him, and he was so fucking overjoyed by it. What can I say? This movie is fucking horrific. Why am I watching this? Why am I fucking exposing myself to this film? When I'm trying not to make myself depressed at this time in my life. Where's Andrew? I need him. Oh yeah. Anyone who's interested in knowing this, Andrew, who is my sidekick on the stream, on the Wizard of Gore streams, he's actually moved to China, believe it or not. He has moved to fucking China. He's living in China right now. Right now in China, it's about midnight-ish. Where he is. It's about midnight, 1 a.m. where he is. So, I don't know if he'll be awake right now. But, he's usually part of streams, of my live streams. Maybe not these kinds of live streams on my phone, but, the live streams where we actually have discussions about films. He's usually part of them. But he's in China. He lives in China right now. He's actually got a really good job there. I miss him. I really do miss him. I talked to him about a month ago. Physically, over the phone, talked to him. Through chat on Facebook, I talk to him just about every day. But still. Let me fucking... Look at this dude. He's getting fucked in the ass. I probably can't show too much of what's going on here. This movie is too disturbing for that. For me to show much of what's going on here on YouTube. I don't want to get fucked. Oh. I appreciate the one person who has been sitting here watching me spill drinks on myself so far tonight. Like I said, I'm not going to try and watch this whole movie on camera, but I'll tell you one thing. This movie, because it is an Italian, the film, instead of ending with a screen that says "the end," it ends with a screen that says fine, as in fin, as in the end. You know, the kind of classic thing. The movie ends with a screen like that. And let me tell you, once this movie ends, you are not fine at all. Like, holy fucking hell. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I watching Salo at a time when I really want to blow my brains at the back of my skull? I can't tell you why. All I can say is I want an excuse to make myself more depressed than I need to be. So why not watch Pier Pasolini's Salo? Yeah. Where the fuck is... Come on. You know, I'm waiting for Andrew to get on Facebook, because usually by now he's awake in China, and he's usually on Facebook by now. I'm waiting for him to get on, just so I can be like, hey, fucking, you know, do some shit, man. Like, can I... Oh, I can't throw filters. Oh, I just threw a filter on this stream. And I just vomited in my mouth a little bit. But I just threw a filter on top of the stream. That's cool. I didn't know I could do that. Oh God. Oh wait, is this the scene where you find where they? Yeah, this is the scene in the film where they find the girl where they find one of the girls has killed herself, and you know, they're like, oh man, we're down one female sex slave. And one of them is just like, hey, I know a joke. And he tells a fucking joke involving the number 8 because there's 8 female sex slaves left. I hope this fucking filter is making things a bit more interesting for people who have unfortunately tuned in to watch. I will again apologize if anybody who actually watches my content regularly is tuning into this expecting something along the lines of my usual content. Because this is not my usual fucking content. Let me see if I can. No, I can't fucking. I can share this. Let me see if I can share this with somebody. I'm just gonna send the link to a bunch of random people on Facebook. Not the link to join, but the link to watch. Oh. This fucking guy in this movie is fucking horrific. Like, legit. He is practically a fucking, like, he feels, like, his character feels like a legit pedophile in the film. What time is it? What time is it? It's 12:15 in the morning. Oh yeah, this is the fucking horrific marriage scene. Why am I doing this to myself at 1 in the and not at 12:16 in the morning Eastern time? I know I'm gonna fucking probably vomit eventually, but I really do not want to.
Evviva, è venuto, no? Ah, bene, benissimo. Il nostro piccolo Sergio si è fatto nome.
Ed ecco
La prima coppia è costituita. Coraggio Sergio, ci hai dimostrato di essere un uomo. Ecco il premio.
Yeah, this is definitely the fucking marriage scene. I'm sorry. This scene in the film is legitimately pretty fucked up. Probably should have reconnected back to the front-facing camera. But you know me. And like spitting up bits of buffalo wings. Oh god.
Via voi, stronze, via. Bene cari, riprendiamo la cerimonia in tre cose. Vuoi tu Sergio prendere in moglie la più presente Renata? Dopo, vuoi tu Renata prendere con il marito il più presente Sergio? Bene, è così, ti dichiaro che via tutti! Sparite! Lasciate solo i vostri guru di Parambara!
I'm going to tweet out that I'm streaming.
Liberi di dare sfogo ai vostri sentimenti.
Wow, there are 2 people watching. If you're watching, I appreciate you watching. Me, watching a fucking movie that is going to destroy my mental health. Fucking Salo. Yeah, I totally don't want to kill myself because I'm this this absolute fucking travesty of a film. I'm sorry. They forced this guy to like marry a woman, to marry one of the other, and then they're like, yeah, but her virginity is for us, and then they fucking like fuck her. This is a real movie that is considered to be art. I mean, I consider it to be art. So I can't. I guess I can't say much, except I want to blow my brains out the back of my fucking skull. Let me tell you, bud. I might just watch this whole fucking thing, honestly. Just because I got nothing better to do with my time. Hey, can you do this? Looking. Oh, I've made horrible life decisions. Please, my 1,000 subscribers, do not look up to me because I'm a horrible human being. All I do is drink and watch bad movies in my free time. I don't deserve any of your fucking praise or comfort or you can still see me, right? I'm just gonna lean back and just fucking watch the rest of the movie with a fucking bottom on my forehead. Ah, this is cold. Are we in the circle of shit yet? I'm almost out of alcohol.
Dopo avermi fatta sfogliare, mi feci mettere a carbone come un animale. E poi, accarezzandomi il capo 2 o 3 volte mi fa... Voglio vedere se lei è veloce a scattante come lo sono i miei cari. Pronta? Via! E lancia 2 grosse castagne all'antica sul pavimento, dicendoli come se fosse una cagna. Qua, porta qua! Pensando che la migliore cosa da fare era senz'altro quella di prestarmi il gioco.
Oh god. This is gonna get bad. Oh yeah, she fucking has this. He's like, hey, I want you to piss on my face. I remember this scene. You thought I was done? You thought I was fucking done, you cunt? We're not even halfway done with this fucking movie. Shit, I should probably get the fucking... Oh. And now they're leading them like fucking dogs in the movie. Yeah. I love throwing up I love vomiting a combination of like hot sauce and cheese fries into my mouth at only 11:30 in the morning. I've somehow been doing this for almost an hour, and I'm okay. Whew. I've somehow went nearly an hour over this movie just drinking alcohol. So I'm gonna stick to a nice Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to the dance party effect. Whoever's watching, please leave a comment, or not a comment, but like, you know, shoot a message into the chat. I need somebody to talk to, honestly. And you know, I'm not even. How am I already halfway through this fucking movie? I got an hour left to this fucking thing. God damn, I got fucking Dr. Beppis all over my fucking chair blanket. Guess I'm gonna have to improvise. Yeah, this works. I'm gonna go take a piss too. I'm gonna pause the movie. I don't know how I've lasted a whole fucking hour.
Ma non vi accostumate. Cade in una sorta di ferita. Si gettò su me. Lei ha chiuso. Strettando il suo seno, si è
Now we're in this fucking circle of shit. Now is the famous scene from the cover of the Blu-ray where the girl is forced to eat an old man's shit. I'd also like to announce on I'd also like to announce rest in peace to Harlan Ellison, a science fiction writer, who most famously, on the fucking year anniversary of his death, I'd like to announce his. I'd like to announce, rest in peace to him. Something. I'd like to announce just something to him. Because he wrote I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream, which is a really fucking horrific science fiction horror story from the 60s. He also wrote the film. He also wrote the fucking. Fuck off, cunt. He wrote, I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream, which is this horrific fucking science fiction story from the 60s. But he also wrote the basis of what would be the what would be the film A Boy and His Dog from the 70s, which is a really great science fiction kind of cult film. The short story was called, or not the short story, but the novel was called Vic and Blood. But yeah, that's something he did.
Vorrei incominciare narrando un episodio curioso della mia vita. La mezzana presso la quale lavoravo. Un giorno mi mandò a casa da un cliente un po' di pinzata di cibo cui avevo mescolato in tutte le mie gambe. Per tutti la casa del cliente, un vecchio generale dei carabinieri, che doveva essere spogliato, poi fasciato come un uomo. Abituata alla sinistra, lo depose sul letto e attesi a sue disposizioni.
Now that we are in the circle of shit in the film, we just now she's telling the story about how this old man ate her ass and ate the shit right out of her ass.
simulò il pianto di un bimbo che si riaccollò nelle sue facce. Ne conoscevo un tale che era capace di ben altre cose e raffinatezze di questo genere. Propendiata con il mondo, la patente, quello che sto per narrarvi ha vita di me. Un canzone che era venuto a cavallo mi aveva detto che il cliente che mi attendeva erano tanti, era un vecchio nobile conosciuto in tutta la zona per la sua depravazione. L'interesse, come potete ben capire, era evidente. Ma mia madre quella sera era che io non più so. Mi supplicava piangendo di andare, di cambiare vita
E allora?
non seppi resistere alla tentazione. Io
Era l'unica cosa da fare. Ciò che l'attendeva in quella locanda era per qualsiasi cosa. Meritava quindi confessione. E così a supporre che si debba qualcosa da possedere. Dovremmo esserle grati perché ha goduto mentre qualcuno la possedeva una volta. Questo dovrebbe bastare, mi disse. Ricordo che tanto tempo fa avevo anch'io una madre e stava in me gli stessi sentimenti che lei provava. Appena fui in grado di farlo, mai io ho trovato un modo più sottile quando chiuse gli occhi per l'ultima volta. Beh, che succede? Che piange la bambina?
Ve lo dico io. Se le hanno fatto venire in mente, ricordate? Essa vuole il tentativo di proteggerla.
Vieni da me.
Corra vicina mia, è il tuo papà, la ragazza ancora ti canterà.
Ecco, bambina mia, provocazione.
Prego, siete aspettare. Sto per il destino di mia madre. Lei si è morta con me e non la rivedrò mai più.
Spogliatela immediatamente!
Yeah, this is the horrific scene in the movie where this woman's like, you know, forgive, where one of the slaves, when one of the women, when one of the girls, rather, she's like, you know, forgive me for me crying during this session of you telling a story about whoring yourself out to an old man, but it reminds me of my mother, and they undress her, and the old men are just like, oh, this her begging for God and whining is making me horny, and then one of them shits on a plate and makes her eat it.
Avanti, piccola. È pronto. In ginocchio, però.
Oh! Here it is. There's the shit on the floor, right there. Right there. And this dude's gonna make her eat it with a spoon. Gonna make her eat shit. But here she is, eating the shit. But, you know, unless you haven't noticed, she's the fucking girl on the cover crouching down. She's the girl that's on the cover crouching down, you know, in disgust and fear. How have I made it more than halfway through this fucking movie? Damn, I watched Castle in the Sky 3 years ago today. I should watch Castle in the Sky. That's a really good movie, honestly. You know, if you like Ghibli films, Castle in the Sky is honestly kind of great because it has fucking Mark Hamill in it, which, you know, those of you who don't know, that was Luke fucking Skywalker.
I cibi variati come noi, di ricce. È sufficiente costringerlo da tutto. A diversi orari, quando la digestione è già in atto. Dovremo realizzare ciò al più presto.
Why am I fucking watching Salo at like 1 in the fucking morning when I'm trying to make myself like not depressed?
Beh, il tema affrontato dalla narratrice esige, a mio avviso, un adeguamento delle nostre idee. Se vogliamo trarre frutto, ma soprattutto dal nostro soggiorno fra queste mura, sarà opportuno rivedere parte dei nostri regolamenti. Collocare, per esempio, nel centro del nostro castello dove raccogliere le feci dei nostri occhi. Qualcuno di noi ha detto che l'esempio i consigli del signor Amati, chiediamo al nostro capo la gioia di vedere realizzati i suoi sogni.
Buongiorno a lei, signora Castello. Buongiorno. Mi scusi, ma tra un attimo sarà qui. Faccia pure, volevo solo sincerarmi. Su, valida notte! Mente! Mente voi!
There's a scene where they're like, hey, bring out your fucking chamber pots because I want to see which one's full of shit.
Signore, ma che io... Fate chiave! Vi prego, signore, con tutte queste porcherie che ci hanno fatto mangiare in questi giorni. Fate chiave! Si chiama Doris Prestina. È sempre stata una delle più disciplinate. Bene, vuol dire che avrà fare compagnia a quelli che sono già stati in questa lista. rapida gentilezza il suo sedere. E per giunta hai avuto l'imprudenza di pulirti. Avrai quello che ti meriti.
Per preparare questo ragazzo, cerco di sorvegliare come le mie dovere questa mascaratura.
And now in this movie, they're all gonna eat shit at the grand dinner table.
I signori sanno che le loro disposizioni sono per noi libere, e che ogni loro desiderio è un ordine, o provvedimento all'utilizzo delle creature che vivono nel mondo che ne vuole. Che provvedessero per questo solenne pranzo nozze arrivato al cielo. Tutti i giovinetti si sono astenuti dal soddisfare i propri bisogni e desideri, come in noi la nostra legge. Tutto di questo. Cominciamo di l'antropologia carattere vivo della nostra cultura, avere esatto, reggere, se Dio vi renderete conto che non esiste cibo più inebriante e che i vostri sensi trarranno nuovo vigore dalle persone che vi ascoltano.
Mangia, mia bellezza sposa, devi rinforzarti. Mangia, devi rinforzarti di amore e certezza, che nulla di peggio che un abito privo di alcun odore.
Non posso, anche per una donna.
Thank you to the one person who has thumbed up. Yeah, that's shit they're eating right. That this fucking weirdo pedophile is eating right here. Honestly, that one character,
Metti le dita così.
that one character right there, that guy, he feels like a legit fucking pedophile.
Allora mangia la merda.
Like that character right there. Whenever I watch this film, I think to myself, "Holy fuck, is that guy a legit pedophile?" Because he feels like a legitimate fucking child rapist when I watch this movie. Just because of how relaxed he is throughout the entire thing, like how in character he is throughout the entire film. He feels like an actual fucking pedophile.
Voglio rispondere come avrete percepito al nostro resti colpita dalla meraviglia di trovare gusti così particolari in una persona allora così giovane. Gusti che risulteranno ben chiari dal prosieguo della mia narrazione. Ebbene, liberatami da mia madre, da che non si presentò delle sue delizie. Un uomo distinto sul letto ed una base al
I don't even know what I'm doing with my life anymore, honestly. My life is like absolutely worthless, arguably. K the Butcher Shitter. He is, I'm assuming when you say he is, I'm assuming you're referring to the guy in the movie who feels like a legit pedophile. Honestly, he fucking does though. Like, I feel like I'm one of the only people that, when watching this movie, feels like that guy is a legit fucking rapist because he's so in character. It's hard to refuse. It's hard to refute his fucking role in the film. Um, you know, and I don't even know what role he actually plays, so I can't even fucking like look him up on IMDb to see like, hey, were you in anything else? You fucking weirdo, fucking the one person who was watching live.
Il momento supremo è giunto. Dicendo, e rispondo a volte divenne rigido e recitò la sua parte con tanta solo.
Here's the fucking scene. Speak is not an act without hard songs. The human race has been deformed. The shroud of skin surrounds our lungs.
Questo suo amico poteva però libertinaggio è quello di essere al tempo stesso carnefici e bruttissimi.
Con una faccia, un marino, e gli metteva un vaso sotto di loro, si sedeva la schiena contro schiena e si scaricavano simultaneamente. Poi metteva il vaso, quando gli serve le clemenze, le mescolava. Mia sorella dice, e il vedere, fatto, mio signore. Incaricato di fare una Venere con un magnifico gaetano e chiese di essere la sua modella dopo aver consultato tutte le mezzane mentali senza trovare nulla che era guarito.
Che stave?
15 anni.
Lei si è messo in curiosità.
E quello che però, signore, sono una specialista.
Bene?
He's asleep. Oh, I fucking hate my life.
Questo lo dico. più assoluto per quanto contiene di mortale per la specie umana. Perché accetta le norme sociali per infrangere. C'è qualcosa di più mostruoso del genere sodomita e del gesto del carnefice. È vero, il gesto del sodomita a vantaggio di poter essere sepolto di Gaia. Devo trovare anche il modo di ritirare. Prima di procedere, una proposta da fare. Dica. Noi non abbiamo ancora stabilito il
I'm gonna look up bootlegged episodes of Crashbox. On YouTube because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I've been drinking and I want a reason to not kill myself, so
sapere che un culo appartiene ad un fanciullo piuttosto che ad una fanciulla potrebbe influenzare la nostra decisione. Possiamo essere completamente
una preferenza tra gli uomini libero a percepire un caso. Le differenze tra un ragazzo e una ragazza sono enormi e non si può andare in cerca di quello che fa le
Queste volte il ragazzo preferibile ad un ragazzo.
soon a quilt of skin surrounds our lungs.
L'elasticità dei tessuti lo penso che non devono esserci dubbi in proposito.
Un momento, non per contraddurre, ma mi piacerebbe riesaminare una posteriore che mi ha particolarmente colpito. Nulla da questa parte.
Non abbiamo alcuna difficoltà da contemplare. Mi sembra che la persona che la faccia ci l'ho fatta notare prima. E secondo me è il più bel culo della vita. Per mio parere personale. Mi rimetto al parere della maggioranza. Direi per il candidato del duca. Quanto a me, do il mio voto al candidato del duca. Caro Presidente, prevede la situazione 3 voti a 1.
Sicuramente la maggioranza di legge concesso questo mio candidato devo stare il momento di dargli il
Così sia. Luce! Vediamo il mistero.
Frankie.
Come potevi pensare che ti avremmo ucciso? Non lo sai che noi vorremmo ucciderti 1000 volte, nei limiti dell'eternità, se l'eternità potesse avere dei limiti.
Alright, even though I want to keep watching this movie and I'm an hour and a half in, I'm gonna say, like, a hard yikes, a solid, Mike's hard yikes lemonade, yikes hard pass lemonade. I'm just gonna fucking, like, subscribe to HBO on fucking Amazon Prime and just watch Crashbox all night. So, anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this horrific fucking film with me for at least an hour and a half.
Non ci possono essere.
This is basically horror reviews. Signing off. Peace. How do I fucking stop this? Man, I stopped it right at the circle of blood, too. You want to stop streaming?